Hi, everybody. So tradition suggests that I stand up here before all of you lovely people today and provide some personal insight into the student experience here at our college. Good manners and decorum suggest that I do this in such a way as to be a champion of this cause that we've shared here in our educational endeavors, whether we choose to call that human ecology or something else entirely. However, honesty demands of me to speak truth to my experiences here, so if I must choose which of these to follow, I think it best to be honest. And with that, I'll be direct. Much of what I've learned here and hope to share with you all today revolves in two distinct phenomena, that of time and of change. It's these concepts more than any others which have come to have significant meaning in how I've interpreted my experiences here at COA. In fact, it has been the very process of crafting this speech that has brought me again and again to the phenomena of time, especially since it's rather difficult to get an extension for a graduation speech. But these ceremonies, events, and rituals like today that we use to divide and demarcate our lives into compartments of meaning are wonderful. They're the forum in which we share in our past experiences and find common ground for our future endeavors. And frankly, I could think of no greater pleasure than to use such a time as this moment to pause and congratulate every graduate on this stage and in those seats for all of their hard work and success. However, and this is a good however, ceremonies like this one today also conceal a secret, and one that honesty dictates I reveal, and that is this: today is not special. I do not mean to say that what we've accomplished is not noteworthy and good. It most emphatically is. What I mean is this: today is not simply some pivot in the autobiographical narrative of our lives. The conferral of a degree will not have you waking up tomorrow a different man, or a changed woman, or a newly enlightened person. More likely, we're going to wake up tomorrow with the same passions and dispassions, beliefs and disbeliefs, and good and bad qualities that we have today. Ceremonies, like the one we're taking part in, can trick us into thinking that we've drawn some line in the sand between who we are and who we will become. In my case, I've been on this journey to a degree for a decade now, and I want to tell you from my experience, celebrations are always postscripts. Whatever changes, whatever growths that are marking in time have already happened to you. These observances are simply scrapbooks of the past, not guideposts for the future. Abraham Lincoln, and forgive me a quote, in his first inaugural address said that nothing valuable can be lost by taking time. I could not disagree more. Time is lost by taking time. Days are numbered, and we must put those remaining to good use. The things we hope to understand, the stories we hope to tell, the situations we hope to improve, they must not wait for a stage to be crossed or a degree to be conferred. You have to do them now and without delay. So I ask all of my fellow graduates that which I ask of myself. If you've put off beginning something important until after graduation, or waited until some other auspicious-seeming day to give something up, stop. Do not use events like these as an excuse to begin or to end anything in your life. Your dreams and aspirations do not need to have a start or an end date, so don't give them any. Earlier I'd mentioned I wanted to talk about two phenomena, and the other one was change. This word, more than any other, has never been far from my mind since I arrived here, and I imagine for many of us, it's the reason we came, the little tagline, world-changing, life-changing. For all of us, for many of us, the drive to be agents of change in a world in sore need of them can, will, and has led us to do great, wonderful things. But sometimes in the rush to bring about change, we've neglected to remember something very important, that change can be both positive and negative, and it's almost never value neutral. We have to remember, hard as it might be, that things like conservatism are not dirty words. A resistance to rapid change does not imply itself some kind of moral failing or cowardice. And in fact, if we were to be honest with ourselves, many of our most radical beliefs and arguments that many of us here hold dear are rooted in a stronger conservatism than we'd care to admit. The arguments we make about things like climate change, public lands, or more local issues like student participation in faculty reviews or trimesters are ones that we're deeply passionate about, yet deep down our worries about the future of the institutions we hold dear express an inherently conservative view of the world, one that is radically skeptical of rapid, or at times any, change. This is intuitive, as the pain wrought by unexpected change is something that all of us have felt in some manner or another, be it personal or professional. Assuming that most, if not all of us, will become the champions of causes large and small in the years stretching before us, I only ask that we remember these pains and approach our future endeavors to change our worlds with wisdom, grace, and humility. Sometimes being the effective, compassionate agent of change also means knowing when it isn't yet time to do so. And I realize that in speaking these things, I've really asked all of us to hold two dissonant thoughts in our minds, to make haste with that which we do, and at the same time to temper that hasty rush to change the world with a healthy bit of thoughtful reflection. And I hope that this kind of seemingly paradoxical advice isn't too bothersome or weird, as the remainder of our lives will be preoccupied with balancing such contradictions. But perhaps I've been wrong from the start, and today need not be the day to be preoccupied with such things. While it's true that you might not wake up a different person tomorrow because you've graduated from College of the Atlantic, you'll still wake up with the experiences, knowledge, and wisdom that you've gained here, and you'll wake up ready to change at least one world, your own. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce future graduate Allie Perrick.